Hi everyone, I'm Katie and I interned at Thornton Tomasetti in their corporate sustainability department at their office in Portland, Maine this summer. Thornton Tomasetti is a structural engineering, design, and consulting firm. We have about 1,200 employees spread across 41 offices all over the world. And here you can see just a very small sample of the types of projects that we work on every day. As an environmental science and sustainability major, the current state of our environment and what we're doing to address it is something that's really important to me. The built environment, which can be defined as the everyday functions of the buildings that you and I live and work in each day, accounts for about half of global greenhouse gas emissions. As a large firm in the building industry, Thornton Tomasetti is in a very unique position to be able to have an impact on this, as well as reduce the emissions related to our projects. Thornton Tomasetti strives to be one of the most sustainable firms in the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. To do this, we use an approach of having a triple bottom line, focusing on people, planets, and profits. To give you some background on what this means for us, for people, we strive to have an inclusive and diverse work environment that allows our employees to be happy and healthy. We also encourage our employees to be involved in their local communities through outreach and volunteerism. For the planet, we have an internal commitment to achieve carbon neutral business operations by 2030. We've also joined the Architecture 2030 Challenge, which is a global commitment to design carbon neutral buildings by 2030, and I'll talk more about how we're working on this in a little bit. Lastly, for profits, as a large corporation, we want to continue to be successful and profitable down the road, and that means creating an enduring organization that continues to be competitive. So how did I contribute to our triple bottom line? While at Thornton Tomasetti, I worked on 2 different projects, the first of which was helping with embodied carbon data collection. Many of you have probably never heard of embodied carbon before. I hadn't until I started this internship 9 weeks ago. So to give you a little bit of background, embodied carbon is all of the emissions associated with the life cycle of a product or material. So in this case, we're applying this to buildings. So if you look at a material such as concrete or steel, we're looking at all the carbon emissions associated with when that material is extracted, it goes through a production process, it's then transported to a construction site, construction occurs on a building, and then through the life of that building and after that building is being used, what happens to those materials, whether they're recycled or repurposed, or they go to a landfill, and so on. So Thornton Tomasetti collects this data on all of our projects, and I helped to collect it from our projects from the past year. I was then able to compile this information into a form so that we could compare this information to projects that we've worked on in the past, as well as embodied carbon benchmark data from our industry. We were then able to give this information back to our project managers so that they can learn about this area along with us and hopefully work to reduce it more in the future. The second project that I worked on was improving our Green Champions program. Our Green Champions program is a network of our colleagues all across the majority of our offices that have volunteered to be sustainability leaders in their location. So these individuals work with our corporate sustainability department to help us implement new initiatives, such as our Employee Wellness Challenge, greening their office spaces, and organizing volunteer days, along with a whole variety of related activities. So the first few weeks that I was at Thornton Tomasetti, I took some time to familiarize myself with this program, and I interviewed some individuals to identify areas of improvement. We've had this program in place for about 5 years, but we want to continue to make it the very best that it can be. So after doing this, one of the areas that I identified was to be able to increase our employee activity and volunteering. As a solution, I created a web page on our internal website, and now this space can be used as a central place for all of our employees to collaborate, share their experiences and ideas, and get inspired by the work that others are doing. So hopefully this will be a great platform for everyone to become more involved down the road. So just to sum things up for you, Thornton Tomasetti uses a triple bottom line of thinking of people, planets, and profits in all of our decisions. We have Green Champions in the majority of our offices to allow us to localize our sustainability initiatives and improve employee engagement. We have a really serious commitment to reducing our carbon footprint, both internally in our business operations and on the projects that we work on every day. This has led us to research things like embodied carbon. Through this experience, I was able to have the incredible opportunity to work with a global corporation and be able to see the impact that our actions can have all over the world. I really enjoyed this experience, in particular being able to learn more about the cutting-edge research that's going on with embodied carbon in the industry. And it's something that I hope to be able to follow more in the future. I just want to take a moment to thank all of my colleagues at Thornton Tomasetti, especially my supervisor, Amy, who's here today, as well as Faina and Fiona, without whom this experience would not have been possible. So thank you.